What's going on, y'all? It's JD Piquel. Today on the Hard Count, Xavier Worthy is staying at Texas. We'll discuss next. Welcome into CFB with JD, the People's Channel. Everything you know, everything you love about college football, it happens here on a nearly daily basis. Armstrong Sims, Jack McKenzie doing the heavy lifting. Help drive the show at my Twitter page at JD Piquel. Xavier Worthy, and it sounds like Jade Barron too, said no to the cash money of another anonymous school and are staying at Texas. There are reports that are out there that a school approached Worthy about jumping in the portal and coming to play for their team. If you're following along at home, yes. The answer is emphatically yes. This is tampering. This is illegal. This is against the rules. This is no go. This is no bueno. This is not kosher. All of that. Xavier Worthy should not have been approached by whoever this was. That's against the rules. However, it is party time in Austin that your number one receiver said, nah, I'm good. I'm going to stay at UT. I'm going to stay with the Longhorns. 5-7 a year ago, so what? I'm coming back, and I'm going to try and make something happen here in Austin. That's huge. And the biggest part of this for me, or the first part of this for me, and you can call it one of the biggest if you want to, but it's a huge win for Texas in the morale department because you're able to keep, obviously, a star player in your roster, and let's just flip it on the other side. If he leaves, what does that do to morale? You lose one of your best toys for Quinn Ewers, who's going to need some help, it sounds like, as he begins to develop and take center stage in Austin. And also, you feel a sense of being beat at your own game, because what have we heard, again, via social media, via message boards, via rumblings that we can assume are, I don't know if accurate's the word, but they are in the ballpark of what we can assume is close to the truth. You feel a sense of being beat at your own game because that's like the NIL capital of the world right now, is Miami and Texas and USC. Those three have been the NIL players. Now, I'm not going to go as far to say it wasn't Miami or USC coming after Worthy. I'm not saying it was. I'm not saying it wasn't. I'm just saying, for whatever reason, Xavier Worthy stayed at Texas. Maybe Texas matched the NIL offer. Maybe they didn't. Maybe what they were pitching wasn't even close to what Texas was already offering. I'm just saying, if you lose Worthy, that creates a lot of chaos in your locker room. It creates a lot of chaos within your coaching staff saying, okay, well, now we got to ask a guy like Isaiah Nayer to step up and be our number one guy and make sure he gets the bulk of receptions and all these things. It would be a huge loss, obviously, on the field production-wise, but also from the psyche standpoint of, holy cow, our best player was a freshman. We'll say our best player, our best receiver, Bijan Robinson probably gets the term for best player, and he decided to pursue greener pastures. That's huge that he decided to stay. Enormous win. Everyone should feel excited about that. And you kind of see that too on social media. Worthy posting a fist bump with Sark and other assistant coaches tweeting out stuff about loyalty. Like, this gets people fired up. It's like the equivalent of your quarterback running out of bounds, getting hit, kind of from a dirty hit, a hit that he shouldn't really have had to take. But he pops up and he's fired up. He said, no, I'm not taking that money. You kidding me? I'm staying with my boys at UT. That's huge. Get fired up. It also shows that you have someone bought in on that roster already, because what have we said the entire time about Texas? The culture's changing. It's shifting. There needs to be buy-in. There needs to be a sense of, player-led, coaches-fed, if you catch that reference. Xavier Worthy had, I would imagine, a lot of options. Whether he was in the portal or not, he probably had other schools at his doorstep, metaphorically, I would imagine, not so much physically, saying, come play for us. Come play for us. Come make a lot of money. Come win a lot of ball games. Folks, that is easy to turn down when you're playing for a team that's 10 wins or playing for New Year's 6 bowl games or competing for conference titles. It is a lot harder to do when you've won 5 games and missed a bowl game the year before. It's a lot harder to do when you're already in a position of, I don't want to say weakness, but you're not winning games. You're not necessarily making good on what you thought your college experience was going to look like on the field. So to have the buy-in of a guy like Worthy to say, no, we're 5-7. We're going to be better next year. I believe in the upside. I believe in the staff. I believe in my guys. I believe in my coaches. I'm not taking that money. I'm staying put. That shows enormous buy-in. And I think as a whole, it sets a phenomenal precedent for everybody else in your locker room. Not only in your locker room, but also recruits. Because if the star player who has another 3 years of eligibility in front of him Doubt he takes all 3 of them, but he has another 3 years to play college football. And he says no to that money. He's the best player on your roster. He says no to making a move. Who are you if you're a recruit or if you are a top player on that team to take the money and run? Who are you to enter the transfer portal? The alpha male in that locker room and that receiver group at least is deciding to stay. And you're telling me you're gonna tuck and turn when you haven't even done anything on the field? You haven't even stepped between the white lines. You haven't caught a touchdown pass yet. You haven't contributed in a meaningful way yet. You're going to leave. You're going to give up on this program. Xavier Worthy is responsible for, this isn't a real number, but let's just say 50% of the good things Texas did offensively. He could definitely go somewhere else, step in, be a key piece, and win some more football games. Decided to stay. That's big. That creates a precedent within the locker room of, okay, if Worthy's in, y'all all better be in too. And the fact that he's staying speaks volumes to the way that the culture is, I believe, shifting. We're going to see what happens on the field. I don't know that this year will be a direct reflection of the shift in culture because these things take time. With the transfer portal, it got a lot easier to revamp quicker, but these things still take time. Have a first-year quarterback, but at the very end of the day, you should be encouraged by Worthy's loyalty and the way that loyalty is going to impact the rest of this program because, believe me, it will have an impact in that locker room. Xavier Worthy put his money where his mouth is in a lot of ways by saying no to someone else's money. That's all we got. This has been The Hard Count. This is CFB with JD. Would encourage you to subscribe. We do a video nearly every single day. Do not want you to miss a thing. We want you to join in on the party. You can also join in on the party at my Twitter page, at JD Piquel. My DMs stay open like 7-Eleven. But we're going to keep the party rolling. And we will see y'all next time.